So I'm going to be asking you a few questions about your experiences here. And so first question I'm going to ask is, what are some of the things that you have learned during your time in summer camp?
Cool. That's hard. Some of the things I've learned so many things about makeup, definitely, because I've gone to the makeup one, I think 3 times at least by now, and I've learned so many skills, including like eyeliner and different makeup from different decades, which we've done today, which is like I'm doing a grunge look from the 90s.
Nice.
Which I love. And I mean, I've had, I think, 3 different teachers in makeup, I think maybe two or three, and each of them have their own like style that I can see them doing, which is awesome. And then like they put a little twist on whatever they're doing, and I can see it because there are so many people in the classroom, and I can see how it like how they modify their own look, which is really cool. And I've also learned how to use my creativity, because I used to have a little bit of like a challenge expressing that, but it's helped me, yeah.
Cool. So far, favorite camp teachers and why?
Oh, well, there was a teacher I think last year and the year before that, named Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
She was a dance teacher, and she related to everybody. She was amazing, and everyone at the camp loved her. There was a voice teacher named, I remember she was Miss T, I think, and she was a voice teacher. She was amazing, and and then Tara, who I have right now as makeup, I've had her 1 year before, which was my first year doing makeup, and I've had the best time with her. She has taught me so many things and taught me like different styles and different techniques and stuff. And then Miss Megan, because I've known her for a while, and I even take voice lessons with her outside of camp too, which is amazing. And she has such a nice personality and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. So what are ways that this camp has helped you learn to work with other students?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I've had a lot more time with other people of like all different ages, around like younger, older, all of that, and I've learned to like, I don't know, like bond with them, but like in different ways, instead of like trying to have like one subject to bond with everyone. You can have specific time with other people, and then all together in a group you can find one thing that you all like.
Okay, cool. So during camp, when are times that you have to be creative or use your imagination?
Oh, well, it's definitely when you, like during performing arts camp, when like when you're on stage and someone forgets their lines or misses like a cue or something like that, like you can improv it a little bit to get it back, and you definitely have to use your creativity, but it's so much fun. And definitely when you're doing makeup looks, because like this happened today, everybody was doing 90s grunge look, so you have to add your own little thing to it, like if everybody was doing a winged eyeliner, maybe you wanted to do like a powder eyeliner, like blend it out or something like that. So I love it.
Cool. All right, so favorite camp activity or game and why?
Oh. It's probably going to be frog. It's where you all sit in a circle, and it's like there's one person who's picked and one person who's outside, and they pick the person, and then the person walks back inside into the middle of the circle, and the person who is the frog has to like stick their tongue out, and if they're like looking at somebody and if they see you, like stick their tongue out at you, then you die, and you have to do like a really dramatic death, and the person has to guess who the frog is.
Okay. You had just touched on this earlier, but I will say again, cast member scenario. Cast member forgets the line. How do you work around it?
You have to improv around it, and I mean, if it's like the real show, you definitely improv around it, and you can either say your line or like come up with something that incorporates their line. Like if they were supposed to say something and you had another line that was like, oh yeah, or something like that, you'd be like, oh yeah, I love, and then whatever they said, or like what they were supposed to say, so that you can like incorporate it so the audience still knows what was supposed to be said, just in a different scenario.
Okay. So what is a challenge that you overcame when you were preparing for a final show?
I don't know. Well, definitely confidence and projection. I am always really, 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 really quiet, and the teachers have helped me to become like louder and more confident, so that I can like look at the crowd and like not have to like turn away or look at my parents or specifically them. I can like be able to do whatever I need to like be the character instead of myself.
Cool. What is the best part about performing as a character in a play?
Probably that you don't need to like you don't need to hold yourself. Instead, when you're on stage, you just become the character, and like you just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's such a good feeling because you walk on stage, and if you're wearing like a costume or like makeup or something, you can express it and like just be it instead of yourself, and nobody needs to recognize you, nobody needs to know you, they just need to know the character that you are.
Nice. So, last question. How are ways that you have helped your fellow actors during camp?
Well, a couple years ago I did a lot of people's makeup, because there were a lot of younger girls and boys there too who wanted their makeup done to look like their character, because they were really, really, really excited about that. So I had brought a little bit of my own makeup, and yeah, I did some of theirs and my own, and everybody loved it, including the parents when they got off. And I've helped some kids memorize their lines. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's all I have.
Cool.
Okay.